The conference is focusing mostly on the Sustainable Development Goal 14. All the Sustainable Development Goals are connected, but 14 deals specifically with the oceans. If you look at Africa alone, of the 54 states, over 30 of them are maritime countries. So this is a very, very powerful tool for not only engaging amongst ourselves, but also for communicating and engaging globally with the world. Kenya has been well known for its green economy strategy, but we are also now combining the green and the blue. We signified our intent to elevate the blue economy strategy to global standards when our president, His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta, hosted the Sustainable Blue Economy Conference in Nairobi in 2018. Over 70 countries participated and several heads of state also attended. Kenya registered its intention that blue economy must be part and parcel of our livelihoods. We must protect our marine life. So in other words, marine security is important to Kenya. Coastal peoples who have always depended on the marine life must also be celebrated and protected. The UN Ocean Summit is being hosted by Portugal and Kenya. This has been a long, long work in progress. We actually started the process in 2015. Kenya and Portugal were confirmed as the hosts in 2016. The baton was handed over to Kenya and Portugal from Norway and Fiji. Initially, we were to host this conference in 2020, but as you know, because of the global COVID pandemic, we have had to postpone it for 2 years. I must applaud Portugal and Kenya for staying the course, for their tenacity, and for finally hosting this very important meeting. It is historic because this is the first time in history that a Kenyan head of state has been recognized by our hosts, the Republic of Portugal. There are many components to this, apart from the very elegant and rich state visit ceremony. There are several other components to this. We will continue to promote people-to-people engagements between Portugal and Kenya, but at the same time, we shall also promote trade and investment between Kenya and Portugal. As you are aware, our two countries have continued to enhance and enrichen their bilateral relations. And I'm very proud, serving as the ambassador here, to have been able to participate in us moving forward together as two friends, as two countries, as two nations of people with a common history. We will also have some mutual agreements, the details of which the President will reveal during the state visit. Components of this include improving communication, transport, sharing our culturally rich experience. It also means enhancing education and educational exchanges. As you know, there are several Kenyans who benefit from Portuguese educational opportunities, and this is going to continue and also be broadened here. And these are in many areas in terms of educational opportunities. These areas are in medicine, they're in ICT, they're in language teaching, and they are also in hospitality industry. The hospitality industry continues to grow from strength to strength. Tourism is important to both our countries, and we will see that after the state visit, many of these activities will be enhanced. Over 70% of the earth is the ocean. We sometimes take this for granted, but it is indeed very important. Historically, Portugal and Kenya are seafaring nations. In fact, many people forget that our relationship as seafarers goes way back to hundreds of years. Of course, Kenyans can relate to this by visiting Fort Jesus. Kenyans can relate to this by also the Vasco da Gama monument in Malindi. But also, if you look very carefully at some of our cultural attributes and what we share in common, our foods, some of our languages, words and verbiage are very, very similar. And of course, our families have continued to be connected. Let us also not forget the very important aspect of it, and that is trade. In other words, there have been people-to-people engagements and trade between Portugal and Kenya for over 600 years. It is therefore fitting that both countries are here to host this important conference. Our marine trade must also be enhanced. Most importantly, we need to protect our oceans from illegal, unregulated, and unreported fishing, which you know has continued to be a death in our marine ecosystems. But also, very importantly, from an environmental point of view, we must expand our marine protected areas. So that is very important.
Are you tired of regularly pumping out your septic tank? Worry no more. We are here to build for you a modern biodigester septic which never gets filled up. No pump out, occupies less building space, less building cost and time, can build for renters, institution and family houses. Environment friendly. For installation, call 0728321025.